You are not productive. You are just responding faster. There is a difference. When you answer every message within seconds and shift focus at every notification, you feel busy. Your brain cannot protect itself from external demands and execute your own intentions at the same time. Therefore, every day feels full. Every night ends in exhaustion without progress. You call it being responsible, but responsibility is not what you're practicing. What you are practicing is submission. The moment someone sends a demand, a question, an urgent request that feels important, you drop everything. You interrupt your focus, your momentum, the one task that actually matters. You tell yourself it will only take a minute, but it never does. The interruption does not end when you finish typing the reply. It ends when your brain finally rebuilds the mental structure you just destroyed. And by then, another ping arrives. Therefore, you spend your entire day in a reactive loop. Not living, not choosing, just responding. You have confused speed with control. You have confused availability with value. You believe that reacting quickly means you're handling things well. But handling things is not the same as choosing things. What you're actually doing is letting everything else decide your day, your calendar, your inbox, the group chat, the algorithm. They set the agenda. You just execute it. You wake up with a plan, a clear intention, a priority, something you genuinely want to build. But the first notification rewrites everything. Someone needs an answer, a file, 5 minutes of your time, and you give it. Not because it is urgent, not because it genuinely cannot wait. You give it because saying no feels uncomfortable. Your brain cannot tolerate the tension of an unanswered message and focus on deep work at the same time. Therefore, you choose the message. Every single time. You are not weak. You are not undisciplined. You are just trained. Trained to believe that responsiveness equals professionalism. Trained to believe that ignoring a ping is rude. Trained to believe that protecting your attention is selfish. But none of that is true. The person who interrupts you is not thinking about your priorities. They are thinking about theirs. And the moment you drop everything to serve their timeline, you abandon your own. Therefore, the issue is not time management. The issue is permission. You have not given yourself permission to delay a reply without guilt. You have not given yourself permission to disappoint someone in service of something deeper. And because of that, you never actually start. You never enter the mental state where real work happens, the state where hours disappear, where breakthroughs occur, where you finally build something that lasts. You stay on the surface, skimming, switching, reacting to whatever arrives next. You call it being helpful, but helpfulness is not what is destroying you. What is destroying you is avoidance, because the moment you silence the notifications, close the tabs, sit down with the blank page or the hard problem, you face yourself, your inadequacy, your uncertainty, whether you can actually deliver what you promised. Therefore, you stay in motion, busy, needed, constantly responding to external demand. It feels like progress, but it is just noise, and the cost is not just productivity, the cost is identity. Because when you spend every day reacting to other people's agendas, you forget what yours even is. You lose the ability to sit in silence and ask what you actually want. You lose the ability to delay gratification, to tolerate boredom, to do something hard without immediate validation. You become dependent on the ping, the notification, the message, the external confirmation that you still matter. Therefore, your brain rewires itself. It starts to crave interruption. It starts to feel anxious in deep focus. Because deep focus means no dopamine, no validation, no proof that you are still relevant, still needed. And so you refresh, you check, you scroll, you invent reasons to break your own concentration. Not because you want to, because your brain cannot sit still anymore. You are not living, you are just reacting. And the shift does not begin with a new productivity system. It does not begin with a better morning routine, a digital detox, another app that promises to save you from yourself. It begins with one decision, the decision to tolerate discomfort without reaching for relief. Therefore, the fix is not speed, the fix is delay. The moment someone sends a message, you pause, not because you are ignoring them, because you are protecting the thing you started before they interrupted. You finish the paragraph, the call, the thought you were building in silence. And then, you respond, not immediately, not reflexively, deliberately. You reclaim the gap between stimulus and response. That gap is where agency lives. Therefore, you do not need more discipline, you need more friction. Turn off the notifications, all of them. Not just during focus time, all day. Let messages pile up without the red badge creating false urgency. Let people wait without assuming their timeline is more important than yours. Set specific windows where you check and respond. Twice a day, 3 times maximum. Outside those windows, the inbox does not exist. You will feel guilty at first. You will feel like you're letting people down, being irresponsible, missing something critical. But you are not. You are just unlearning the reflex. The reflex that says external demand always takes priority over internal intention. And the people who genuinely respect you will adjust. They will learn your rhythm, your boundaries, when they can actually expect a reply. The ones who cannot adjust were never respecting your time anyway. Therefore, you will lose some people. You will lose some opportunities that required immediate availability. And that is the point, because what you gain is infinitely more valuable. You gain the ability to think without interruption. You gain the ability to build without distraction. You gain the ability to finish something deep, instead of starting 100 shallow things. You stop being a reactor. You start being a creator. But only if you stop waiting for permission. Only if you stop believing that being needed is the same as being valuable. You already know what matters. You just abandon it when you are busy responding. Therefore, the question is not what to do. The question is what you are willing to protect: your attention, your time, your ability to sit in silence and actually think. That protection will feel selfish. It will feel rude, irresponsible, like you are failing everyone who depends on you. But you are not failing them. You are just refusing to fail yourself, and the moment you make that refusal non-negotiable, everything changes. Not because the world respects your boundaries, because you finally do.